All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Project Awakening. And guess what? Today's hot topic is R. Kelly. I know everyone's talking about it. Everyone's tired of talking about it, but we have not discussed it on this side. So what we're going to do, we got two young ladies on the line right now. We're going to go through a series of some questions and maybe and come to a conclusion and maybe a solution that we advise that R. Kelly should do or should have or whatever. Okay, so uh, I first want to say that, and I want to let the people know that this is a tough topic, and a lot of women says that they go through the same thing. Has the women done anything? Well, we're here to discuss it. I remember back in the days, you remember listening to this?
Mm-hmm. I really don't want to hear this.
Mm-hmm. Man, you remember hearing that back in the day. You know, how you go, some people, if you didn't hear R. Kelly, some of you people wouldn't even be here right now. I mean, how could you just, this is, I mean, how could you, come on now. Why does he have to hold a girl against her will? He wouldn't have to. Then it came to this. Shit ain't right. How they gonna say I don't respect these women when all I've done is represent? Take my career and turn it upside down, cause you bet I've got some girlfriends. And with this record deal, it ain't worth this shit for real. I ain't seen my kids in this. They're trying to lock me up like Bill. Trying to lock me up like Bill. So, ladies, I want to ask you guys, you ladies, about the situation of R. Kelly. Now, the parents are upset. Put yourself in the parents' shoes. What would you have done if you knew that R. Kelly so-called held your daughter captive? What would you have done?
Well, I'm Denise, everybody. Hello. What I would have done, there would have been no stopping to that man. Somehow got put beyond bars, or I tried to get my daughter or whoever, as quickly as I could. I mean, that would be a forever thing. As soon as you gave it to me, let's go. But see, the way his mind is, how sick he is now, I don't know if, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if, that being everybody's, oh, well, him as an artist, this is and other. That's how we overlooked a lot of his sick mentality. We all saw when he was with Aaliyah, but like, there's no way as a parent, if you're a decent parent and you love your children, there's no way I wouldn't rest to I got my kid back. I don't care if I got to go through hell and high water. It would do whatever. If I got restraint, I don't care. I would find a way. Now I might die trying, but that's my child. So guess what? She's worth it. She's worth everything to me. So with that being said, this man who has all this power and this, it's hard. It really is hard. And I don't know if any of y'all saw the docu series, but one mother actually rescued her daughter. Right. And I felt that was powerful. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, y'all all now coming to light, this, and the other. Why y'all pass a police station? Y'all seen the memes, Oh, y'all passed the police station, but you went straight to the docu series." Now, I'm not saying all the women, in my opinion, this is just mine, that all of these women are telling the truth. Um, I believe some of them are bandwagoning it up, but a lot of them, like his wife, and a lot of them, like a couple of the other girls, I really did believe. I saw it with my own eyes to a certain extent, on the docu series. Now that everybody's like, oh, that could have been anybody, but no, why would his mom just, it is what it is, but it's heartbreaking to see stuff like that. So I'm gonna wrap up what I'm saying so Miss Crystal can have the floor.
All right, bro. What you
Um,
think?
hey
If you
everybody.
was a parent,
Go ahead.
if you was a parent, what would you have done?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say that it's clear that there is some validation to what's going on because number one, there was a situation beforehand that got acquitted. Now things are resurfacing. Number two, it's clear that he has some mental issues that has not been resolved from his childhood past. Number three, I do agree with Denise as far as, there is some truth and there is some other things that could be going on with the whole documentary. Like some people are being truthful, some people aren't. Me as a parent, I, for one, would have being as though that the situation from back in the 90s that the whole accusation was acquitted. I wouldn't even if I'm gonna have my child and she's into the music industry, he would have not been a go-to number one,
Mm-hmm.
just because he've had accusations against him. So number
Right.
one, I wouldn't even put my child in that type of situation. Number two,
Right.
if I was in that situation, I'm not going out without a fight. My daughter gonna come up out of there. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like at the end of the day, it is a very sensitive topic because people go through this everywhere, every day, and it's not talked about. It is brushed under the rug, and it just make it just this topic has just opened the horizon and people's eyes and made it more you know open for people to come out, but it's still it hasn't been nothing to say yay or nay on right now, but it is in the air.
Okay. Okay. I think we got a caller on the line. Hello? Yes, you're on the line. You're on live. Yeah.
Put me on this R. Kelly thing again.
Yeah.
No, man, I really, like I said earlier, man, I don't really know what to say about that dude right there, man. I just know this much.
No, I look. But before you go there, the ladies were saying that what the question was, what would you do if you was a parent? Now, to my knowledge, the parents took so long for them to get their child, and you can't discredit the cell phones that Mr. R. Kelly gave those so-called victims to do whatever they need to do, to call whoever they need to call. So if they were in that dire of a need to escape, why didn't they feel the need to not use the telephone? Now, if you was a
Manipulation.
parent, hmm?
They was
Manipulation.
brainwashed. Yeah, brainwashed.
Now, but let's keep in mind we're talking about children, and we're talking about vulnerable children and vulnerable women who
Yeah, the weak, the
yeah,
weak, the
the
weak.
preyed upon.
Hmm. So so he must pick them real good.
I mean,
Yeah, if
clearly.
he picking these 14-year-olds, these 17-year-olds. See, I feel like he knows what to. He's been doing it so long. He know what to look for
A
to
mass
get
manipulator.
there.
That's what
Yeah,
mass
he
manipulators
know
do.
what to look for. The signs to yeah, my status. Oh, they want to sing. Oh, they want to do this. They want to do that. Oh, I'll go ahead and get them just off my status alone, my name, my presence will have these kids, even grown ass women, as some of y'all saw in the docu series, open wide, and they get so far gone, and he jumps on that. He jumps on that, and he manipulates, and they boom, they in it, they in it, because they caught up in the mix,
And
and
Hmm.
they
then
caught up in the power of money. Money make
yeah,
people do a lot of things.
yeah,
Not just the children, but the children have, authorities, which is their parents. Their money make parents do a lot of things. I just
yeah,
recently seen a video clip on YouTube before coming on here of the girl
Jocelyn,
Jocelyn,
mm-hmm,
and she was basically, you know, pointing fingers at her father for putting her in the situation that he knew exactly what was going on. So it's like that happens every day. Look at the sex trafficking industry.
yeah, the parents pimping their kids.
Yes.
It, and that's just what it is. No, this parents pimping their kids for the love of money, and that's
Now,
sad.
but there are some cases that aren't like that, and it's actually, really messed up.
So, and I'm just going to be straight to the point with this. You know, we have. I'm thinking that it's more than just R. Kelly. It's just an attack on black males, period. Because last year the wave was, oh, we're not looking out for our women. This year is okay, a Me Too movement. The women's are getting together, being brainwashed by media to attack the black male. What are your thoughts about that? Because
JV, my brother. I understand where you coming from, but look, if you look at the situations, Harvey Weinstein, he ain't a brother. He white. You know what I'm saying? And he had the power, and he was prosecuted, and you know what I'm saying, for doing the same similar stuff that R. Kelly wasn't to the same degree,
so
but he was,
what's the difference between Hugh Hefner and R. Kelly?
That he didn't go
honestly,
after little girls.
yeah,
No, I don't know. Well,
Well,
what?
we don't know what he
Right.
did,
yeah,
but
No, no.
maybe
Because
he was
I heard
more.
some instance that yeah, he ran into a 16-year-old, but waited until she passes the consent line.
which
I mean, what could you say?
honestly can't be mad at, because at that point she's of age, regardless if she's mentally ready or if she at that age she can make adult decisions. Now he waited. Now that's, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm not God. I'm not trying to judge nobody, but is a difference between going after and then waiting for. There's there's a preference in this
And the
situation.
different and the difference with that is the impression of a child is exactly what that is, an impression of a child. So, you can be um a child of we speaking about these young girls, young teenage children, because they still minors, they can pretend that they want to be grown. But when they're
Mhm.
actually in a situation where it's time to be grown, they're not really want to be grown. They just pretending that they want to be
Yeah,
grown. But that does not validate or give a pass for a grown man to go ahead and take this child's innocence away from her. And you have the mental capacity to know what you're doing. You know right from wrong. So it's like at that point, you know, who is that the child should never be, oh, she want to be grown, or she dressing like this, or a woman for that matter she dressed like this, so she asking for like that type of stuff like that. Because I've been seeing a lot of comments, from people saying stuff like that, and it was really disturbing to me. And it just really lets you know you don't really know what nobody thinking until they start opening their mouth. And
Yep.
it's a lot of men, it's a lot of young men, and it's a lot of men our age and older that are saying these things. And it's like, do you guys have daughters? Do you have mothers, sisters?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like it's a lot to put in perspective when it comes to this topic, because not just the R. Kelly topic, just this topic period with women, period.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because the women in the black community, the value of women are not up there like they should be. Like
At
this,
all.
the black woman is such much as discredited as the black man. So it's
Mhm.
like, you know, it shouldn't be like that.
So look, so what about the sexual conduct that's being played on celebrities from women? You get a little drink in you, you start feeling good, you throw yourself at a celebrity. I mean, that's what happens in the celebrity lifestyle. You have women that literally throw themselves, offer sex to you.
Ag-
You don't need to, um, put no force on or nothing like that.
When you have a sickness, that's not being thought about. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, I honestly think that R. Kelly does have a mental illness, that he's, sick, he needs professional help. I, you
Yeah.
know, it's, I mean, I'm not taking that away from him. He had some stuff that happened to him, but that still don't give you the right to go ahead and do what you're doing. At the same time, whether it's, we don't know, quote unquote, whether it's real factual. It's at
Yeah.
this point it's just allegations, but it's resurfacing because something like this has been brought up and that he went to court for before. So
Mm,
it's like there got to be some truth in it some kind of way, because it's
yeah.
resurfaced on the table. I mean,
I mean,
some women make stuff up and some women just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the Bill Cosby situation? No evidence, just a bunch of
Mm.
women he say stuff.
I felt one way about it before, but my thoughts on that, Bill did that shit.
But how?
What you mean how?
What
He drugged ass.
evidence do you have besides he say, she say that you can convict someone?
I'm gonna just say this about celebrities as a whole. When you got the money to do what you want to do, you gonna do what you want to do.
Yep.
That's just how that
Agree.
is. That's how that work. That's what it
Agree.
is. And when
100.
you deal with getting caught, when you cross that bridge, and he dealt with it, and they're dealing with him now. So it's like, come on now. We all know OJ did it.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's nothing no different. Just the scenario, the topic. I mean,
But check out all those powerful names that we just named: OJ, Bill, R. Kelly,
Mhm.
all these males that's been publicized in a negative way and taking their stuff from them. Hence, R. Kelly's music has just been removed off Spotify and other major music platforms.
Yeah.
Stopping his money from coming in. Now, is that right? From stopping a way to feed your kids?
I
I
mean,
know that you like.
when you have strong feelings behind something and you find out something, someone or something is doing something or have done something in a way that you don't support, I mean, are you going to
Yeah.
keep buying, or you going to keep supporting, or are you going to remove it from
Yeah.
your
Like
organization?
that's like saying in their mind is, oh, okay, well, I'm going to keep playing regardless if he's a musical genius or not. Like, this is coming to light more now than it did back then. And you know what? His money never stopped. His money never stopped.
Hmm.
When the Aaliyah situation came out, him and Aaliyah, he met that girl when he was 12. I believe that.
Hmm.
And I believe that he did marry her. And I do believe the guy that said I faked the documents to say she was like that. I believe that. I do. And the fact of the matter is this: would you promote someone you think in the news right now? Would you promote a pedophile? Would you?
I mean, we do every day. It's not like that is publicized like it's being towards this man. We do every day. We look
Not
at
knowingly.
we
Not
look
knowingly, you may not do it.
right.
You don't know who nobody really are until they back up is against the wall, and you have no choice but to find out who they are. So it's like you don't know what I do behind closed doors. So
Right.
you only know what I tell you. So if I don't introduce you to what I do, you're not going to know what I do. So if I'm doing something that you don't support and you don't condone and you have no knowledge of it until something hit the fan, then you're going to continue to support me, but you just don't know that you're supporting me.
Right.
You don't know that. It could be something as, you know, you don't support McDonald's because they got this new sandwich that is basically a pork sandwich. You don't support it, so you're not gonna go and you don't do it. You don't eat it. You're not gonna go and buy it. It's the same thing.
So look, let me go over one thing with you, because even though if our brother did have a sickness, we have to still find a way to give him support by helping them. You know what I'm saying? Because we help the government every day, right? And check out this. I want y'all to check out something real quick. Now, we always discrediting our brother. So check this out. And some people don't think, I posted this on Instagram and I said that Joe Biden can do it in your face. And people looked at me. I mean, people replied, "Oh, I don't see him doing anything wrong." Now tell me if he did anything wrong. Now you talking about R. Kelly with 14-year-olds and stuff like that. Tell me if this is wrong.
See you, beautiful child. All right, guys. Remember, no dates or boys here. 30 years old. Time to wrap it up, Jacob. I got 4 granddaughters. Beautiful granddaughters like you guys. And guess what? The granddaughter guys look at the family into this. They really still don't want to do. And my oldest is a teenage young adult.
Okay, this is a different girl, different family.
I don't see nothing wrong with that video.
I mean,
all right, listen.
You guys, you got a hard job.
This is a different girl. So let you walk in the building and R. Kelly do that to your daughter. What you gonna say? Oh, it ain't nothing going on.
Is it anyway?
but Joe Biden doesn't. I'm sorry, Joe Biden has
on every young child. Come on now.
Now I gotta stop you. Joe Biden's the grandfather. He's a father. Now I'm not saying what he don't do.
Are these his grandchildren? These his grandkids?
These are other people's families.
Yeah.
These are other. Look at his hand. Look. Okay.
Come on, man. Make me that.
Yeah.
You that hand right there. Look.
All right. Well, nice to see you guys. Over here. Okay? Come on, zoom in, get on this side. I'll be done. What a beautiful family. So you got to be very patient. Fathers are hard to raise. You know what I mean? All right, Tart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here to say yeah.
I mean, he could be a little bit touchy feely, but it's probably maybe pulled out of context. I mean,
I'm saying.
Maybe that's just his personality. Maybe he
right.
But, I mean,
come on now. So, I mean,
and I